guys. Hello, good day, good morning. I am Loren Cunningham Hammond, also known as Trainer Loren, and I am happy that you are spending part of your morning with me here on Motivation Monday. So, again, welcome. Today's date is May 24th, 2021. My goodness, where's the year going? Now, the quote of the day is become the person who would attract the results you seek. And that is by Jim excuse me, pardon me. Okay, guys, so super excited to be here. I hope you are all well. And again, welcome to Motivation Monday. So today we're going to go over the tip of the week, my favorite part, the sales shout outs, as well as our common sales mistakes that are made. Now, these are for agents make these mistakes all the time, and these are just stuff that I noticed that I had started doing or I had been doing whenever I was doing the sales aspect of insurance. Now, these can apply to all forms of sales, but again, common sales mistakes. Now, our tip of the week, you guys have seen this before, but I'm reiterating it because there have been a lot of questions. So National General Accident and Health does have added the following states to their dental vision hearing plan, the DVH, as well as the select dental plans. Now, guys, there's word of rumble that there is going to be a new product releasing at the end of the month, and it is going to be a dental copay plan. But again, I'm putting this out there because there have been additional questions about it recently. So that's the trend. So again, for those of you that already are aware, I'm just bringing it up again. So my favorite is the sales leaders and the kudos. Now I have mixed it up a bit this week. You know, kind of want to keep it a little fresh, put some new names out there that I haven't seen. So guys, we have for the week of May 17th, so that was last week, the leaders for the short-term medical was National General, but Pivot was super close behind, guys. On the Medicare RX plans, yeah, guys, I did see a large climb in this, so I wanted to put it in there for a little shout out, but the number one was the Aetna Medicare RX plans. Accident, Nat Gen. Critical illness was Golden Rule, as well as dental. Dental is it's kind of duking it out between IHC and the Nat Gen product, but IHC just got by. So great doings, great work, guys. I love seeing it change up and shift up like this. Now for the sales leaders for the week of May 17th, for the short-term medical, we have Gregory Talley. Great job, Gregory. We have Jacob Gordon. Again, great job. As well as Raul Leva, excuse me if I pronounced the name wrong, but super excited. There's a new name on there. Congratulations, guys. Keep pushing. And then under the accident, we also have Gregory Talley. And then we have Brian Greenberg. Again, guys, great work. Again, dental, we have Andrew and Tommy. Now, guys, again, with the dental, IHC just barely scraped by the Nat Gen product. So I love seeing some new names in here. I love seeing new product leaders. So again, guys, great job. Super happy with this. So you guys keep pushing, doing a great job. Now, common sales mistakes. Now, again, this is something that can apply to any sales setup. I'm sure some of us have all went into a store and you didn't buy because of the way the person either looked at you or their particular attitude that day, or even, they weren't educated on what you were interested in buying. And people can tell. So we're going to go again over So where a lot of people have problems is not being obsessed. Yes, guys, you need to be slightly obsessed when you're selling your product. Now, I don't care. Again, these concepts are for sales processes. It goes across the board. Whether it's, sorry guys, distraction. Whether it's you're selling your Medicare products, whether you're selling your dental products, all of this can apply to even if you were a car salesman. So the first is very interesting, the to do. And within our industry, this is one of the very most pertinent to do's, in my opinion. Being organized is a big deal. So, I don't mean being obsessed by like working 18 hours a day and not sleeping. No, 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 no. Let me make that clear. It's We're all self-employed personnel in the agencies, and you have to make sure that your time is spent wisely. So I like to say obsessed with finding a solution. So health insurance is a hard industry. It's a hard sale. People are very, very internet savvy these days. And people check up on their products. So you should be obsessed with your daily routine and know what you're going to be doing and have the direction in which you need to do it. Make up a list of things that are you need to get done. The other thing that I like to say is, I like to keep um motive mo excuse me, keep motivation up. I'm not very I don't like dealing with salespeople that are just they have no energy. Well, if you have no energy, you're not excited. If you're not excited by something, then why should I buy it from you? Because if you're not excited, then why am I not excited? You always want to make sure that everything that you bring down to the person, they're going to be excited, super happy to reach out to you. Know that, hey, if I call Rich or anyone else that's on this recording, if I were to call you, I know that I can reach out and you're going to be super excited about what it is that I need. Have discipline. Guys, this is not an easy industry. So you have to have discipline to wake up and read that quote, discipline to learn about new products, because guys, they're ever changing. Discipline to keep going. If you're striking out on 20 calls, set a goal for 5 more. The game of numbers will come into your favor eventually. So again, have discipline. This industry is not for the faint of heart. Another sales issue, and I've seen this a lot, and I'm sure you guys can all hear people around you or you've seen people not listening to the prospect. Again, I'm not one that likes to go into a store and have someone shove their particular product down my throat, especially if I've told them what I'm looking for. So again, guys, take the time and make sure that that insured knows that you are there for them. One of the most important things is in sales is listening to what the prospect or your client says, but also what they are not saying. If you honestly believe in what you do and the products that you're selling, the products that you're carrying, you know that you can fix their issues. You shouldn't have too much of an issue with this because, again, remember, if you're not listening, they're not buying. One thing I've noticed in a lot of with new sales personnel is that they like to talk about themselves and how the product would work for their lives. And let me give you an example. This is about sales. So customers, they should be talking to you and you should be listening. Always, 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 guys. You need to pick up on the parts of their stories where they have left out something or areas where they've maybe slowed down, because that means that they're thinking, and it's usually something that they're worried about. And, with them worrying about it, that's where you can step in and take care of those needs for them. Remember, guys, listening is critical, but also make sure you're paying attention to those subtle cues. Did their speaking pick up when they were excited about it? Um, if you're a face to face kind of person, are they no longer making eye contact? What is the conversation inconsistencies? Because there are points where your customer is, unfortunately shutting down. So make sure that you're paying attention for those subtle cues. Again, whether it's over the phone or face to face. I worked for an agency that used to push certain products. Those certain products were, what you were supposed to sell monthly or weekly, whatever that, and there was no bonus. It was just push, push, push. Well, as I'm listening to my customer, in the back of my head, I'm thinking that product doesn't work for them. So again, make sure you're paying attention to those clues. Again, whether it's verbal, body language. Again, guys, not listening is a big, big problem. People don't want to hear about what, yes, pleasantries. Yes, we want to hear about the pleasantries. But, little Johnny has a softball game or a baseball game. Take note of it. Also, use that as an opportunity to follow up with your client at a later date. Again, listening is key. Not emphasizing or with your prospect. I mean, how many times have you yourself had a conversation with someone and they're not really listening? Or if they are listening and you've told them something sad and they're like, "Oh, well, that's exciting." What? You're not listening. And then you kind of shut down. So remember, guys, it's always about having empathy for your prospect. So let's say you're talking to a younger person. Think about what it is, or how it was when you were that age. If you can't relate or care about that person, they can hear it in your voice, they can see it in your body language. People are going through different areas of their lives, things that were important to you in your 20s, not so much in your 30s or 40s, right? So when I have a newer agent that I'm working with right now, and they didn't find out why a person was calling. And then I prompted him, "Hey, find out, why is the person calling?" Well, the person lost their job. Um, Unfortunately, we see this and hear this a lot. But whenever he was finally listening to that prospect and got that prospect online about, "Oh, well, I'm sorry about you losing your job," showing again empathy for that individual. Talk about why the prospect is calling, getting to the bottom of it. You need to listen to their situation and empathize. We've all had a job that we've liked or lost, and unfortunately COVID has caused a lot of people to lose their jobs. So unfortunately it is part of our process. We need, again, goes back to the listening, but again, have empathy for what you're listening to. This is kind of important because a lot of salespeople who are worried about throwing the numbers on the board, but again, they're not maintaining those long-term sales. If you really listen, connect, and fix that client's problems, then you won't have any chargebacks. Again, you're not going to have those issues, you're going to have more referrals because people are going to refer you. Again, this is a large part of our business, guys. Seeing the prospect as an adversary. Yeah, yeah. Remember, guys, this is not a boxing match. I mean, yeah, you can probably giggle, but remember, as I was saying earlier, you need to listen. Your client needs to make sure that they feel that you care because, unfortunately, people are going to take their money somewhere else. If one, they can sense it. Sales is creating a win-win solution. So remember, we come into sales thinking, okay, boxing match. He's going to hit me here. I'm going to hit him there. No, guys, again, take the time to listen. Take the time to make sure that those individuals feel your empathy. I can't tell you how many people get excited for objections so that they can see how big of a sale that they can make. You're always going to have that individual. It doesn't matter what you say or your attitude. They just want to in, out, let's get this done. But guys, again, we're not the adversary. So remember, with all those sales and you've built that relationship, you're creating a win-win solution. Positive experiences for both people, your insured and yourself. And remember, there's always referrals on the back end you can ask for. People love to refer people when they've had a great experience. So remember, create that positive experience so that your clients will tell other people. They want that positive experience. So again, they can feel comfortable. You're building that relationship and want to come back with questions. You know, they feel comfortable with you. And again, you're building that positive experience. Getting distracted. Now, we've all done this. Myself, I know my husband has. It's kind of a big deal. When you're on that sale, whether it's on the phone, you don't need to be playing with your cell phone. Concentrate on what is in front of you. When selling, when doing anything with the relationship that you're building, give it 100%. Again, when I was selling way back when, I would block off an hour for calls and put away anything that would distract me, whether it was my mobile reader, my mobile phone. Unfortunately, you need to make sure that your client or the person on your phone or in front of you feels like they are the center of your attention. I mean, how many times have you talked to someone and then all of a sudden their cell phone rings or their cell phone bings and you're right in the middle of a conversation and they stop listening to you and then they pick up their phone and start playing or motivating and moving around. Again, guys, put away the electronics. I have a sign on my door when I need people to leave me alone, just so I can focus on what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I have a client who would demand straight 2 hours per conversation. Well, unfortunately, that wasn't always something I was able to give him. So I would have to block out that time. And when I blocked out that time, because this gentleman was so demanding, again, I had to put everything away outside of my office, away from where I was at. Turning off all distractions. Again, all distractions, whether it's your local newspaper that you just want to take a little peek at, your cell phone, an MP3 player, whatever it is that can get you out of your zone, again, put it off to the side till you're done with that call. Now, guys, as always, if you have issues that you need questions answered, for example, you can always email the training box at the ahcpsales.com if you need, again, any type of question that you have. If you haven't ensured that I wonder if they'll pass underwriting. Again, you can also call agency services. I love agency services. I use this quite frequently. Call them at 877-228-8773. But again, that email address, if you have questions, is training@ahcpsales.com. All right, guys, thank you again so much for being part of my morning. I appreciate you. I hope you are having a great remainder of your day, and we'll see you next time.